Hi guys, today's journey takes us to Waterville, New York. It is the first stop on our new video, and this video is going to be a review of hot dog stands in this area. Some of these places are extremely famous for their meat sauce, their hot dogs, etc., etc. Most of them have mini hot dogs. Some do have the larger hot dogs, whatever your preference happens to be. So today we're going to start out here in Waterville. We're going to take a little tour, and by the time I'm done, I'm going to be pretty full of hot dogs. So our first stop today is Gus's Hot Dogs. It has been here for 70 plus years. As you can see, it's just a cute little outdoor storefront. They are open all year round, and they are also not only famous for their hot dogs, but also for their sausage burger and what they're calling a Greek burger. Not really sure what those are. I have never had those, but I have had the hot dogs. But I did just want to come today, actually show you what they look like, and go ahead and taste test those for you a little bit. They do specialize in just the mini dogs. They are a cash only establishment, so if you come here, don't think you're going to use a card. And let's go over here, get in this line, get some dogs, and let's see what they got to offer us today. Come on with me. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take a look at this menu. So you see they have the mini dogs. I don't know if you can see my shadows in the way. This was the only seat. Let me turn it this way a little bit. Yeah, maybe that's a little better. So they have the mini dogs. They have that famous Greek burger we talked about. Burgers, cheeseburgers, sausage sandwich. They got some cheddar cheese sauce. They got all your beverages listed. And they're ranging anywhere. The prices from $1 all the way to $3.75. Number up here if you want to call, address, and gives you when they were established in 1954. This is 212 25th Street in Waterville. So here, sorry it's a little windy out here, are these famous hot dogs. What I got was one plain, because I really want to see what the hot dog itself tastes like, the meat. And then I got one with the works, which for here is your typical mustard. They use yellow mustard, not any kind of a spicy brown or Gould's type mustard or deli mustard. They have onions. These are dehydrated onions, rehydrated of course. They are not freshly chopped onions. And then of course they have their famous meat sauce. And to drink, I got this Diet Pepsi. So let's go ahead and take a bite of this plain hot dog, and let's see what it tastes like today. So the dog itself, not a little mini snappy dog or an old-fashioned dog, if that's what you know them as. Pretty mild. You can taste the spices, but they're not overwhelming. So it's a pretty mild dog. Got a good taste. Can't say it doesn't. And I like to taste the plain dog first, because I mean, if you have a really crappy dog, then it doesn't matter what you put on it, it's gonna still end up being a crappy dog, right? So let me go ahead and dig into this with all the goodies on it. So you can still taste the dog. I'm not a fan of those onions. Definitely artificial. And you can taste it. Maybe if there were less of them, not 100%, but the sauce is okay. There's some spice there, but flavor-wise, personally, I'd like to see a little bit of cinnamon in there to spice it up a little bit. Maybe a little less heat, maybe a little more sweet. Maybe the cinnamon would sweeten it up a little bit. I mean, all in all, not bad for a buck. This has been a staple for years. This is, the world famous Gus's. So, I mean, certainly they've been here all this time. They're doing something right, and everybody has their own taste. So honestly, between on a scale of 1 to 5, I would give this particular hot dog with the works at Gus's, 25th Avenue in Waterville. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a 3. So let's go on to our next stop now. Okay, we are at stop number 2. We are at the corner of Tibbetts Place and Saratoga Street in Cohoes. And we are at the site of, as I walk over here, Unprepared, Hot Dog Charlie's since 1922. So let's go ahead and walk on over, go on in, and order up our dogs, and let's see what we can find out. Okay, so here we are at our second location, Hot Dog Charlie's. I ordered everything the same way to be consistent. Got one plain dog, one with the works. Their works is the same. You get the mini dog, you get the mustard. They use pretty sure they've got the regular mustard as well. Also dehydrated onions, I think. Let me just taste this onion and see. Honestly, I can't tell. They look like they're freshly chopped, but they taste dehydrated, if that makes sense. So I'm not 100%. And to drink here, I got myself a Diet Pepsi. So let's start with this plain dog and see how it is. So, this too is like a snappy dog or an old-fashioned dog. But right off the bat, I have to say that this hot dog has a lot more flavor. The dog itself looks a little milder, more of like the old-fashioned hot dog I'm used to tasting. I like it. So let's go ahead and dig into this one with the works and see what we got. Here's what it looks like before I bite into it. Okay. So, I think that a couple of different factors make this a little bit better than our first stop. The dog tastes better, to me anyway. Not like it's, any fresher or anything like that. It's just the brand they're using, and I'm not sure what brand this is. I can maybe ask them. But the dog itself tastes a lot better to me. The onions don't really have that excessive, chemical dehydrated onion taste. They taste a little bit better. And like I said, these may possibly be hand chopped onions that they may have let sit in water, so they don't really have that pungent onion flavor, which I would more prefer. But the onions don't have that chemical type taste. Sauce a little bit bland. Would like to see that a little bit more spicy, and maybe, again, I'm just used to certain things. So I mean, I like to taste in my hot dog type sauce, I like to taste a little hint of that cinnamon. If this had that hint of cinnamon for me, this would be a really good dog. I mean, it would be 5 out of 5. But because I'm not really tasting that, I'm gonna have to give this a 4 out of 5, only because it's missing that for me. But for most people, this would probably be, a 5 out of 5. So this is Hot Dog Charlie's, and let's go on to our next spot. Okay, so our third and final destination brings us to Congress Street in the city of Troy. And we're going to walk down the street, and we are at Famous Lunch, world famous hot dogs. Let's go in here and see what we got. Okay, so we've got our dogs, and unfortunately they were getting ready to close, so I couldn't eat inside or sit at any of their tables, so I'm utilizing the back of my car in the Congress Street parking area. So bear with me a little bit. So here is the menu. They have breakfast, lunch, they have dinner, and then normally it does say they're open till 10, but the gentleman did say that they were having a staffing issue today, so they were closing early. But this is the big special everybody comes for. I did not get this today. The 4 mini dogs with the soda or the water for $5.75. I got, to just stay true to the reviews, I got the one plain and the one with the sauce. And their menu, if you do turn it over, has all kinds of fun facts, talks about the establishment, some trivia, so pretty interesting read. And they also have this on their website. If you go on there, take a look at the website. So here's our weenies. So let's get to this. The plain dog, excellent. I think it's excellent because it has a nice char on it. And I kind of like that in a grilled dog. So really, really good in that respect. Here is the one with the works. True to form with all the other folks. It does have the dehydrated onions. It has the yellow mustard, not a deli or Gouldens or spicy brown type mustard. And there's sauce, so let's take a quick bite. Okay. So this sauce, the hot dog is excellent. Secondly, this sauce has just enough spice bite to it, and I can taste a hint of the cinnamon. Not a lot, I'd prefer a little bit more, but it's there. So it puts it on a little bit of a sweeter side than the others. So this is definitely top for me. So for Famous Lunch, located at 111 Congress Street in the city of Troy, downtown Troy, I'm going to give Famous Lunch a 5 out of 5. So let's recap a little bit. I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of a view as we're talking here of where my location. So let's recap just a hair. So we went to Gus's. Gus's, okay. Hot dog, good. Sauce, not really to my liking. Had a little bit of some kind of a spice in there that I really couldn't recognize. And whatever it was too much of it. Needed some cinnamon, for sure. And some other things as well. It was not good. I mean, I gave it a 3 out of 5. In all honesty, that was kind of pushing it, in my opinion. Second place we went to, Hot Dog Charlie's. A little bit better than Gus's, for sure. Still needed a little bit of something in that sauce, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of sweetness. It was okay. I did give it a 4 out of 5, only because it was, a little bit better than Gus's. And top is, of course, Famous Lunch. Giving this a 5 out of 5. Excuse the garbage in my car. This is like crazy. A 5 out of 5. And would definitely be back. And also try some of their other goodies. Breakfast here is probably to die for. So thanks for joining me today. And make sure you are liking and subscribing. I'm going to be doing a few more videos on food reviews. Don't know what they're going to be yet, but something just to throw in and do a little bit of fill-in in between investigations. So I would love to have you join me for that. So like and subscribe, and make sure you are hitting the notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me. Have a great night.